Welcome back to Happy Hour. And now, the star of Lord of the Rings and King Kong. But let's get to know the face behind the monsters. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Andy Serkis. There you go, Squire. Tuck in.
God bless you.
British pint. Cheers. Great to have you on the show. Fantastic. Great to have you here.
There's you go.
It is fabulous having you on the show because you're extremely busy, one of the busiest men currently in showbiz,
yes.
in the movie business.
Yes, yes.
And you've just done this horror comedy, didn't you?
A rom-com horror-y called The Cottage,
Right.
which is written and directed by a fantastic British talent called Paul Andrew Williams.
Right.
And it's his second film. And, yeah, it's carnage, murder, blood, gore-fest, sort of, with gardening implements.
Fantastic. That sounds like exactly the sort of film we want to see, don't you? Like yeah, I'll drink to that. Fantastic. So, like, in a horror comedy, does that mean, like, that the jokes are horrible and the violence is laughable? Is it that... is it the way round?
Yeah, actually, that's pretty spot on, actually.
Right,
It's exactly that. And it kind of takes you on a bit... I mean, it's a heist movie gone wrong, basically. It sort of starts off, two brothers think they've got it all under control.
Right.
You don't know what they're doing. They're set off down country lanes, driving away out of the city into the countryside. And in the back of the car is the boss's daughter.
Right.
Big mistake. They hole up in the cottage, and basically it all goes wrong from there. The brothers kind of, you know, they sort of fall out because Dave, my character, is trying to keep it all under control, and his brother's a bit of a useless git. Basically.
Right. And with hilarious and gory consequences.
Totally so.
Fantastic.
And Reece Shearsmith, who is from the League of Gentlemen, who you all know, and it plays Peter, my brother, and the wonderful Jennifer Ellison from you know, from a number of things. Yes. plays Tracy.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, I can't wait for the pirate copy in a 3 months' time. And you shot to fame and was in the biggest trilogy of films ever when you took the part as the most popular animated character probably the last 100 years, which was, of course, with the G, Gromit.
That's it.
Now... it wasn't Gromit, was it? It was the other one.
No.
It was Gollum, wasn't it? It was Gollum.
You said it was Gollum! You said it was Gollum!
No, I said it was Gromit.
No, you definitely said it was Gollum!
No, it's Gromit.
You definitely said it was Gollum! Stupid landlord! Stupid landlord! You're always getting it wrong! Always getting your facts wrong!
Shut up! Now.
Tell you what, I'm glad I did it first. You would have got a gig, mate.
Oh, well,
He's been in for 3.5 years, love.
How long did it take to make that, though?
It worked about 3.5 years. 3.5 years, yeah.
The best films ever made is some bloke... The nerdish man over there. No, seriously, though, because it took ages, didn't it? But was it supposed to take that long?
Well, what they call a principal photography was a year and a half, which is all three, because all three films were shot together. It's not like like the Harry Potters where they do one and then they wait a year and then they do... You know, it's just... Because it's one story, it was all shot in one hit. And so a year and a half, and then there were reshoots. And then because of the way that Gollum was created, which was using this technique called motion capture or performance capture, where the actor wears a suit with dots on and it drives the digital character. I had to go back many times and kind of reshoot scenes on my own, and you know, sort of, so all like the schizophrenic scene, all that kind of stuff. I had to do sort of. It took 3.5 years in all.
Right, and so you had you wore a suit with like electrodes on it.
Yeah, it wasn't electrodes because I would have got electrocuted, but it was a suit with some kind of, which had reflective dots on it.
Right.
And these reflective dots are picked up by there's like 50 cameras all around, and they're sort of they act like coordinates, so that they all your joints and your movements get picked up by, and then you can see it in real time on a screen. You can see Gollum running around as I move. You can see Gollum running around moving.
That's amazing, isn't it? Because actually, I wear a similar. This jacket actually is full of electrodes.
Is it?
In case I say anything rude about anyone on ITV. Look, watch. Anton Deklos form lately. Sorry, Mr. Gray. Now, the thing is, though, the animation, that's all smooth, isn't it? As a result of this motion capture, which sounds like an incontinence pant, but it's the old days. The monsters, it was all like that when the old King Kong was like that.
That's right.
like that. Now,
But that's what I did, but then they smoothed it all out.
Fantastic. Now, is there an Hobbit film coming in your bit?
Well, it could be. You know, there's lots of talk about it, and you know, there is a more of a possibility of the Hobbit happening now. Yeah.
Brilliant, excellent. That's exciting news, isn't it? Yeah. More work for Ant and Dec. Fantastic. Oh, we're precious. Now, now, you're a theatre actor first and foremost, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Brilliant. Shall we do some "The theatre is the real thing, darling, blah, blah"?
Blah, 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 of
Fantastic. The first time I walked upon a stage, yes. The only time I was truly alive, blah, 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 blah.
Boards are trotting everywhere.
Yeah, blah, blah. Knighthood and honours are all very well, but what matters is the applause of an audience, blah, 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 blah.
The grease paint, smell of the crowd.
I've appeared in some shit in my time, but it pays the bills, blah, 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 blah. Draw the line at Panto. But the truth is, 2 years ago, you were quite literally the biggest movie star in the world. That's how we talk in the movie industry.
Oh, yeah.
He was quite literally
doing
the biggest
films.
Biggest films that in history. Quite literally. King Kong. You were King Kong, weren't you?
I was King Kong.
How about he was King Kong? He was King Kong. Now, did you bulk up for the part then? What were we talking here?
It was, I have to say, I was King Kong. There was an enormous team of people to help me play that role, of course.
Blah, blah.
No, I mean, I was basically when Peter Jackson, the same kind of way that we did Gollum, he wanted to use that process to create Kong, because you can't have actors imagining that there's something there for a start, you know, when they're being shot on, and also, you know, Kong as a character, he's not, although he's a gorilla, it's like. He's not just, it's not a monster movie. I mean, it is a monster movie, but he is, we know a lot more about gorillas now.
He's the romantic lead, though, isn't he?
He is a character.
Yeah.
And so I spent quite a lot of time looking at real gorillas. I went to Rwanda and I studied with mountain gorillas up there. Oh, yes. And, and also London Zoo, I spent a lot of time down there with a particular female gorilla called Zaire, who took a bit of a fancy to me, and he still texts. It's quite a lovely thing.
Now, seriously, though. Go on, give it some. Go on, give it some, mate. Go on. Go on.
No, I can't.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? You got a glimpse. A glimpse of the magic. Now, that King Kong's a remake. I wonder about remakes, because, right, the original King Kong film, perfectly serviceable movie. If I want to see it again, I'll just watch the original. Why do they remake good films? Because why not remake films that were rubbish? Surely they're the films that ought to be remade, the ones that were made crap in the first place.
Actually, that's absolutely true, and in most cases I'd agree. But I think with King Kong, it was Peter Jackson always wanted to make this. This was the film that made him become a film director. From the age of 17, in fact, he did his own remake, because he made his first version, cutting up his mum's fur coat and making that into a Kong model, and then he built with a few cardboard boxes. He made the Empire State Building and shot on Super 8 film. He made his own King Kong at the age of 7, and that was the film that made him want to direct.
That's a fantastic.
So for him, it was just a pride of, you know, it was a job, a labour of love.
Right, that's amazing. And those apes, do you think, I mean, you were studying them, do you think they might have been studying you, though?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's absolutely true. They're 97% genetically the same, you know, as us. I mean, there's three... I mean, when you think about it, human beings, actually, so there's a study done... 3%. There's worldwide, across the human species, there's a 1% kind of a spectrum of intelligence, right? I mean... right? 97%... Exactly. No, but seriously, when I went to Rwanda, and I saw all these gorillas together, and you see...
Unbelievable.
Seriously. You know, you see the families together. They're really social animals. You see the mums all, you know, kind of breastfeeding the nippers, and then the adolescents all kind of having a bit of a, you know, getting them drunk and, you know, and playing the Xboxes, and then you see that going on.
I love it. This is fascinating stuff. The thing is, though, I do wonder whether those apes weren't studying you and aren't going to put on a one-ape play about an actor.
There is a play called The Hairy Ape.
I didn't know that. It's good theatre, blah, blah. Now, the thing is, though, King Kong is a brilliant film, and the pitch quality on that was particularly good. The pirate I saw, although there was a bloke kept going to the toilet, yeah. It's a brilliant film. But the problem with it, for me, is New York gets smashed up at the end. And this is the thing with these big disaster pictures. Godzilla, King Kong, Armageddon, Planet of the Apes. It's always New York that gets told, isn't it? almost as if New York doesn't get trashed, it's not really happening.
Yeah, no, but King Kong did it first.
King Kong did it first, but I thought what we might do is tonight, if you'll help me out here, is trash London. Would you be up for that?
Please.
Trash London. Let's put Britain on the map. OK, ladies and gentlemen, a world cinema first. King Kong trashes London. Come over this way. Andy Serkis, ladies and gentlemen, come over, mate. Here we go. Make your way round.
Seriously?
Yeah, up you go.
Can I trash you?
Climb up it. Give us our way. Go on, go 8 for us, Mr. Serkis. Here we go. Andy, here we... Wait. Now die! Andy Serkis, here, ladies and gentlemen.